Hi guys. Wow, I haven't been on live since July week, summer July week. And that's when I started taking a little break from the live videos after doing March, April, May, June, July, like 5 months of online daily live meditation, which really incredibly helped me during that time. And then it has been super helpful. I took from deep summer to fall a nice break because I was just navigating the new realities, navigating going back to work in like 3 places in Minneapolis, navigating taking care of the kids in the city, and Josh having the benefit of being up here in the country to do things like install this beautiful ceiling you see behind me. So I also kind of took some freedom, not necessarily I just took a look at the river, and that's why I come up here. And last night I saw the stars as I was falling asleep. But sometimes I equate a break with freedom to do things that don't serve me super well. I just woke up, by the way, so no filter. So as I'm navigating all this personal growth and laying out my life and my lifestyle, and right now I'm preparing to take a personal training exam, which I just like to stay in growth no matter what I'm doing, so I don't always know the next application. Like, I don't know that I'm gonna for sure work in one-on-ones or be hired as a personal trainer, but I know it's the direction of growth, and I'm just gradually collecting all of the baseline knowledge I need to make me better in all of the things that I already do. And I already teach yoga in 2 places, and I'm already a wellness coordinator, and I'm already a coach for some, a lifestyle and well-being coach. So I serve in a lot of ways, and I just want to stay in growth. And of course, I still do hair and beauty, which I don't take lightly. I'm all about meeting everyone where they're at and helping them inside out or outside in, wherever they need to start to build that relationship with self. And quite frankly, I was always a bit crushed. I was a bit, it brings me to tears. I was a bit of a walking ghost most of my life. My self-esteem was just crushed really early. And we were in this business training yesterday, and a couple of things came up. And one of them was the fear of success and the being shut down early. And her message was, whatever laid that for you, you can just change your minds like right now. And that's one thing I do know from personal growth. All we need is the moment we really decide and we really choose ourselves to change our mind. And it's a lot of little moments strung together, but we get to just do that. Like, nobody owns us or our story. We just let ourselves fall into that story. So my story is that I can just think of a ridiculously insane list of times when I tried to be seen and I was shut down. And I think I was even shut down in some pretty awful ways pretty young. So I've had a really major sense of justice for the young, and justice for the individual, and justice for the shut out person, and empathy and sympathy for the person who might be hiding in the shadows, because that person was always me. So I've been on a journey. It's so funny, whenever I write or I talk, like, I thought I knew exactly what I was going to say right now. I had no idea that I was going on that tangent right there. But it has everything to do with where I sit right now and what I'm doing. So I just wanted to hop on and tell you that I came to the cabin last night and I woke up here after our busy week of starting our week with the kids, with school, juggling things. I've been facing my money worries a little bit as some of the COVID stuff comes to a head. And I've got my fingers in a lot of little pots, but I was sitting there for a week like, nothing's coming in right now. And now I'm kind of reaching zero, and that's a really terrifying place for me. So I put a lot of hustle on last week as well, and I don't think hustle needs to be a bad word. Like, we all hustle in some way. It's taking care of ourselves. So yeah, things started to shift a little. In fact, one of my jobs essentially offered me like a lateral upgrade. So that was interesting that it came in right at the time when I'm sort of begging and praying for opportunity and things to come in. But one of the things I'm doing right now is a lifestyle transformation that I've done in the past, and I'm actually in a couple, right? Like, I'm really good at applying my habits to myself. So I'm in a habit transformation that I already applied to myself, which is like a yoga reboot for myself, that connection to self. I'm always working in a journal to, hi Margie, I'm always working in a journal to outline where I'm at and where I'm going. And that's any kind of personal growth has some kind of thing like that, where you get deep with your vision and then you figure out your action. I'm going to wave at you, Margie. I miss you. Good to see you. So I'm doing that, but then I'm also on like day 6 of this very specific kind of a transformation with my mentors and my group that I went to Bali with, and they are nutritional detox specialists. Like, if you need to heal something, they know how to heal you, because they have both healed themselves from at least what felt like near-death experiences. And I'm teaching at 6 a.m. Wednesday, like on Wednesdays. 6 a.m. Wednesday. I don't know if you've decided to come to the studio yet. And next week I'm teaching Tuesday, the live stream. Okay, sorry, little tangent there for Margie. But at any rate, the lifestyle transformation, one of my friends is being brave and sharing, and it's Rachel Latham, and you can see her skin has just changed in in 3 days. You could already see it, but now it's been like 5 days for her, maybe more, and she's just looking fantastic. And so I'm shedding all of that excess that I like to lean into, and it isn't always what serves me. It's often a kind of disappearing of self. I don't know always how to relax and be loose and fun and free and joyful without disappearing into another activity. So I'm either like doing all the yoga and doing all the stuff, or I'm like, let's have wine and eat nachos. So I'm trying to get in touch with my true self and potential and feel better and shed the layers. I really let myself get kind of on the coffee weekdays, wine on the weekends routine, and it just felt like I couldn't also possibly do that at the same time as everything else that I was managing. Kept it in moderation way more than ever before. Had a vacation that I felt pretty good about. Went to bed at like 9 every day. Just enjoyed some social cocktails in the afternoon in the sun, on boats, just having a great time. But now it's like I want to feel better on a deep cellular level, and I felt my nervous system getting tired. So, I know I've been collecting data and information and experiences literally for decades now, and quite a lot in the last 3 to 6 years, and even more in the last year to 2 years. I've just been learning and learning and learning. And so I know from experience and knowledge kind of how my choices serve me. Maybe not everyone would choose one lifestyle over another. until they've had some experience with it. They might, it takes some experience, but I know when I shed a bunch of the extra and deeply nourish myself, I can feel good and I can have fun. And I traveled for 17 days doing that to the other side of the world, and it was an amazing experience and I felt great. And then I came back and then I gradually let the stuff back in, like holidays, treats. I want a cinnamon roll and coffee for breakfast, gradually just letting that stuff back in that just doesn't do anything for me, but it's so wired into the idea of relax and fun. So this has gotten longer than I meant it to, but I came to the cabin, and the cabin's been my happy place, but unfortunately the cabin has also been my escape and letting my guard down. Even though I run, I do yoga, I do projects, I do work, I do so much of that, but I also just sort of drop my I want to eat well for myself behavior. So I kind of reached out to the people I'm on this journey with and let them know, hey, I just got to the cabin. This is, as much as it's nature and beauty, and now I'm getting emotional again, this is where, for some reason, it's really hard for me to show up for myself up here. So I just let my team know that. And, my mentor said a very profound thing. She said, self-care is the deepest form of self-love. And I've been on this journey to really develop my relationship with self, and I feel so much more in relationship with myself than ever before in my life. And yet I also know there's this way that I tend to just trash myself. I'll just get really close and then I just choose poorly. So I will say I feel much more in alignment, and I also feel like it's going to be easier because I just want to tune in deeply with myself, and I don't want to go unconscious, and it doesn't mean I'm never going to have a treat or a social glass of wine again. I just need a break from the current pattern and a longer period of time where I nurture myself on a deep cellular level. So that's what's up. Again, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to say. And I'm working on, I'm doing this lifestyle transformation right now. And then I'm taking a personal training test, which is amazing because I'm just reading through and checking off everything I've learned my whole life, except for some of the technical knowledge that I need to apply some more learning to. And of course the things where I'm like, that might be the general consensus, but I don't necessarily agree with that. So it's kind of a fun journey and process. And then, I have some different style learning plans laid out for myself. But really, as soon as I pass this test, and I will, I'm going to shift my website, which I can't wait to launch and share with you. I also started to sell some things on Marketplace. It's a little tidbit of how I'm going to be offering the whole package as soon as I launch my website. So, and I'll be doing this lifestyle transformation for 1 or 2 months back to back. There's a lot of energy and momentum around it. There's just groups of people. I have a small group of 10. We're part of a larger group, and I have experts really energized and motivated right now. So there's just tons of support available. If you're at all curious about it, drop me a line. But otherwise, hey, just root for me. I'm at the cabin, and I want to show up for myself. And I want all of my businesses to grow. So I'm just going to be honest about that. There's ways that I can be connected and support you. So if you are curious about any of it, let me know. And it's all about supporting each other. Every single business thread that I do, it's all a partnership and growth and support. All right. I hope you have a wonderful post-Labor Day weekend. I hear we have some nice weather coming again next week. Maybe some more gorgeous outside time. I am going to carry on with my day, and thanks for being here. We'll talk soon. Okay, bye bye.